Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now, today is Monday, the 22nd of September, 2019. Just coming after 12:30 p.m. here in the afternoon. There is a lot going on in the world of finance, crypto, and so forth. But today we're going to go over, of course, EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange, the bots, which are trading for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A really interesting price prediction for XRP by a fellow Aussie, Bill Morgan. We're going to look at that. 750% rally. We're going to get to that. Of course, XRP news and how we can actually get to that massive rally, which is just the beginning. BlackRock scooping up $500 million in crypto this week, last week. XLM, Stellar Lumen's a project which I'm incredibly bullish on, and I have got a bot on EarnCurve trading for that. Ethereum, we're going to have a look at some price predictions for that. Ethereum, the plumbing for Wall Street, which 100% it's going to happen. We're going to go over this and a lot of other things, so make sure you stick around. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and social media. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because as you can see on the screen, I absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. It's been insane so far. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, it would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find ladies and gentlemen do that. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You rock. Also, a little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose, but you can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and any other investment. So be careful, all right? Now, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I have to say that because it's a disclaimer. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, coming straight over to the YouTube community tab, I like to call it, but they've renamed it post tab. Have you signed up to EarnCurve? 90% of you have said no. 10% of you have said yes. So thank you very much. That's out of 20 votes. So thank you very much for those of you that have signed up to my spot crypto exchange. If you haven't, link is below, earncurveinvest.com. Yes, the multi-bots are running. We're going to go over that. I've got all of them running at the moment, which is amazing. Honestly, the software is cool. It's easy. It's fully automated. You don't have to do a single thing. You just let them trade for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's what I love about automation, especially in the day and age, or I should say the dawn of artificial intelligence. We'll get to that in a moment. Wisdom Tree, this is bullish. Bitcoin and XRP, you know, which one's going to outperform? Let me know in the comments. This is from Wisdom Tree. This is actually an article, but they said basically Bitcoin should reach its max supply of 21 million units in approximately 2,140, which is, you know, a long way away. But XRP should reach its max supply in the next few years, which is fascinating right here. There will be a supply shock. We also have BlackRock buying up 2,134 Bitcoin, dollar cost averaging at its finest. Scrolling down, we do have a Grayscale in their Dogecoin Trust, DOGE, obviously, that has filed at S-1. The fast tracking of these ETFs is going to be wild. Bitcoin, this is an interesting one, is getting ready for a huge bull run right here. And you can see the bullish cross has happened. 2025 coming into 2026. I think next year is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Are you guys ready for a massive bull run? 200,000 for you for Bitcoin, a significant amount for obviously other altcoins as well, because we're moving into altcoin season. Let me know in the comments. I don't know about this, but from liquidity to global reserve, ETFs $10 to $30, sovereign reserves 30 to 2,000. Who knows where this is going to go, honestly, but based on the analysis of, you know, what Ripple's actually doing, which is moving foreign exchange and cross-border payments, we're going to have a look at that in a sec, so stick with me on this. It's wild. We have Tom Lee buying up a lot of Ethereum. Eric Balchunas now, again, he's got absolute facts. He's an analyst for Bloomberg, right? GDLC, the first spot crypto 5 basket ETF, And I said years ago this was going to happen. You're going to have like essentially the S&P 500 or a basket, so to speak, of crypto assets. It did $22 million on its first day. And DOJE, which is the Dogecoin ETF as well for Rex Osprey, did 12 million. And XRPR, the first spot crypto exchange for XRP, did $15 million, which is crazy when you think about it. It just started. Now, coin market cap, we do have 3.97 trillion. It is down today. I'm not worried about that. It's, down significantly. We've got $122 billion in volume, so it is low. 68 out of 100 on the Altcoin Season Index. We did have $274 million in inflows into the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Coming over to my watch list for my cryptocurrencies. Now we've got Bitcoin at 114,000 US dollars, Ethereum's at 4,293, XRP's at $2.88. That is bullish. Solana's at 231, Dogecoin 24 cents, Cardano's at 85, Chainlink $22, Sui's at $3.48, Stellar 36 cents, Hedera's at 22 cents, Litecoin 110, XDC at 7 cents, Quant is at 95. I have no idea what's going on in Quant, but anyway, we'll have a look at that at another time. Top altcoins, Ravane is up 17%. I've held this for years. I don't even know what Kaon is. I don't know where it is in my portfolio. I have to look for it. It's up 2%. Ubix Network. This is like a lower pennies coin that I found years ago. It's up 0.55. There you go right there. Now, my spot crypto exchange EarnCurve. Thank you to those 620 people that have registered an account. If you haven't done so already, please KYC. That's upload driver's license, government issued ID, and of course a utility bill just to make sure it's you, and a photograph holding your ID with the date. Okay, very important. Now, a lot of you have signed up and are not trading with the bots. A lot of you are, which is amazing. Now, it's up to you. You can do whatever you like. But I'm using the bots, of course, on my own personal account, as you can see on EarnCurve. I do have most of them running. Just got my camera in the way of my screen. But anyway, I've got most of them running at the moment because of the multi-bot update, which is awesome because you can trade all of the cryptocurrencies that have grid bots activated. And of course, you can start your own based on what's available on the exchange with OctoBot. As you can see here, the Bitcoin one's doing incredibly well. Look at all the trades that it's made, and it's trailing up, I should say, as well. So when the market rises, it's going to go a lot higher. And as you can see, I just want to point this out right here. You can see that it's already up to 124,000 US dollars. So the artificial intelligence places your trades automatically for you. Just have a sip of water. So you can see it's already done the hard yards, so to speak. So when that price moves, it will continue to adjust itself accordingly. Now, I've done multiple videos on how to set this up. Please make sure you follow them. In actual fact, coming back over to the YouTube channel, I'll show you the video right here. Where are we? Let me just bring it up here. This EarnCurve multi-bots video, go watch that on my channel. It's the full setup guide on how to do it. There are timestamps because I know a lot of you like timestamps, so I've done that. Go watch it. It's the full setup guide on how to set up your API key. It's very straightforward. And of course, sign up to OctoBot. There is a discount code for this. And honestly, it is by far the best performing and cheapest trading software out there. And that's an incredible partnership with OctoBot. So thank you guys. Go sign up and start trading. As you can see, the bots are down because, again, the market's down significantly. And this one here on Stellar is actually pretty good. This is doing incredibly well. But it's pulled back slightly and it's placed those buy orders in the market right here, as you can see. Today's the 22nd. It's already placed 2 buy orders and it will sell accordingly. Now, a lot of you are saying to me, the price now, everyone's concerned about these prices now. That's not what I'm looking at. Really, when you think about what these technologies, because that's what they are, and digital currencies, they're providing, payment rails, long-term store of value, institutional movements of capital, tokenizing Wall Street, moving payments instantaneously. What's coming, especially with the ETFs, it's wild. It's mind-blowing. A lot of people are only focused on the short-term goals. When the time comes, these, bots incredibly will do well. And that's just my opinion. But from what I've seen, I had the XRP bot running for 2 months. It was up 17% in 2 months, which is crazy. Some of my incredible loyal followers and users of EarnCurve and the OctoBots have shown me their screenshots of upwards between 20 and 22% for the last 2 months. Obviously, with the multi-bot update, you had to pause and I should say stop your current trading bots, and that will get you access to the updated bots, which is amazing. Go do it. Try it out. Everything's linked below. You don't have to do a single thing. You can just let them run, which is what I'm doing, all right? Because I know what's coming in the future. Now, links are below for that. Any questions, please feel free to email me. I am emailing everybody, by the way, so you can go to email us and you can email me directly and I will get back to you. Now, moving on, XRP. All right, $27 target in a 700% rally prediction as announced by pattern emergence above the $3 range. Anything is possible, but in this news article, which I thought was fascinating, and if I can find it right now, I was reading it before. It's talking about its use case. You know, people need to understand what it's truly built for. You know, it really is built for cross-border payments and transactions, and of course, real-world assets are being tokenized on the XRP ledger. Now, XRP remains strong above the $3 mark, drawing a renewed investor optimism and commanding attention in the crypto market. Market analyst Adex Crypt forecasts that XRP current momentum could fuel a dramatic 750% surge, potentially propelling its price to $27. Both the technical and fundamental drivers fuel XRP's bullish outlook. Technically repeated tests above the $3 resistance level have built a solid base for further upside. Meanwhile, rising trading volumes and on-chain accumulation by retail and institutional investors signal growing market confidence. 100%. 100%. Now, I mean, obviously with the Rex Osprey ETF coming in, it was huge. And it is going to be a massive driver in the institutional adoption of XRP, right? Now, the volume of XRP is going to be driven by, of course, institutions. This is what we're looking for. Ripple's potential extends beyond the token price speculation. This is what I was trying to get at. Analyst Morgan Stanley estimate the blockchain-powered payments network could slash cross-border transactions costs by 60%. That is enormous, and unlock $1 trillion in liquidity, a direct challenge to the legacy systems like SWIFT. Institutional engagement is also deepening. Ripple's upcoming Swell in 2025 conference in New York will host industry heavyweights, including Maxwell Stein, BlackRock's director of digital assets, which is fascinating, NASDAQ CEO Anna Friedman. While no XRP ETF filing has yet been made, well, we have got them now. The presence of major financial players in the Ripple's legal victory over the SEC has fueled speculation that one soon may emerge. Of course, we've had multiple. This is just an older article. People need to understand that we've been in this space for so long. The ETF is just one factor. One. And Bill Morgan has said multiple times on his channel that obviously this is due. I mean, the first ETF has been approved, but even Bitcoin, when it had its first ETF approved last year in 2024, had a slight pullback. Now, one thing I wanted to point out as well, Swift's annual transaction volume is $150 trillion. If you don't believe me, go look it up yourself. This is Google, okay? Coming over to Coin Perspective. All right, we're currently at $2.91, which is totally cool. This is a really cool website, by the way. You can test its market cap. Now, based on the market cap, okay, of $150 trillion. Just saying, this is after full-blown adoption and, yes, moving that kind of volume every day. You know, it has the upside to be worth $2,509, which is ridiculous. 861%. There you go. So, I mean, if it starts moving Swift volume, that's what we're looking at, which is the truth. Even Patrick Bet-David said the same thing. Analysts are saying the whole time this is what's coming. This is very, very bullish, okay? So I'm thinking of long-term here, guys, long-term. Hence the reason why I've got all my bots set up on EarnKev. Go check it out, all right? Now, we do have BlackRock scooping up $500 million in crypto this week, which is huge. This week, Ethereum spot exchange traded funds experienced volatility in capital flows. Yes, it did. Ethereum did. But BlackRock maintained its position in one of the biggest players or biggest buyers. BlackRock's Ether fund led the sector with more than $513 million in net inflows, while other major products struggled with sizable outflows that weighted on the broader market. Between September 15 and 19, BlackRock saw steady investor demand, highlighted by massive $363 million in inflows on Monday, an additional $144 million on Thursday, which is enormous. So I'm getting dozens of emails. Now, XLM. I haven't spoken too much about this for a while on XLM, but again, I do have a bot set up on EarnCurve with OctoBot for XLM. It has been in my portfolio for years. Now, Stellar targets global remittances with cheap, fast transfers, right? XLM could be worth, who knows, 7,500 to 37,000 by 2026, depending on adoption. Same thing with Ripple and same thing with, of course, Ethereum, right? If you're sitting on 7,488 Stellar, this is an interesting one. You're probably asking yourself, that bag could be worth in a few years. Could Stellar actually break out into global payment player like XRP, or does it remain more niche? Since launching in 2014, founded by Jed McCaleb, again, he was a co-founder of Ripple. While Ripple chased banks, Stellar focused on everyday people, especially underbanked communities. Its goal, lightning fast payments with almost no fees. A big deal for global remittance markets that are over $600 billion every year. Let me know in the comments if you're holding Stellar. Ethereum on-chain activity surge hints at a price rally to 5K. Ethereum's going crazy. Who knows why, but I mean, Tom Lee's bullish on it. BlackRock's buying it up. All the institutions buying up. Why? Because it's becoming the plumbing of Wall Street, which is fascinating. And stable coins, digital dollars that live on Ethereum, which we know USDT is minting a significant amount of Tether USDT on Ethereum, power trillions in payments, tokenized assets, and funds are moving on chain. And Robinhood recently rolled out its tokenized US equities via Arbitrum, an Ethereum-based layer 2. Circle's USDC, the second largest stablecoin, still settles around 65% of its volume on Ethereum's rails, right? According to CoinGecko's latest State of Stablecoins report, Ethereum accounts for nearly 50% of all stablecoin activity. Between Circle's IPO and its stablecoin-focused Genius Act, now signed into law by President Donald Trump, regulators have now reason to engage with rather than fight this transformation. Data from Deutsche Bank also shows stablecoin transactions hit $28 trillion last year, more than MasterCard and Visa combined. The bank itself announced plans to build a tokenized platform on ZK's Sync right here, a fast, cost-efficient Ethereum layer 2 designed to help asset managers issue and manage tokenized funds, stablecoins, and other real-world assets like meeting regulatory data protection requirements. Digital asset exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken are racing to capture this crossover between traditional securities and crypto. As part of its quarterly release, Coinbase said this week it's launching tokenized stocks and prediction markets for the US users in its coming months, and a move that would diversify its revenue stream and bring into more direct competition brokerages like Robinhood. BlackRock's tokenized money market fund, BUIDL, launched on Ethereum last year, offering qualified investors on-chain access to yields with real-time redemptions settled in USDC. It's insane to think what's coming with tokenization, cross-border payments, money markets, stocks, bonds, real estate, you name it, it's all going to be moving onto the blockchain. This is the true focus of what people need to realize, not just the current price movements. Real world utility and what's coming. All right, do your research on this stuff, guys. Let's move on to X. Have a listen to Brian Armstrong right here. If I can play this right now. Fascinating.
Going to begin holding Bitcoin. I think that's going to be a massive driver of demand, and the rest of the G20 countries will probably follow suit. And then the last thing I'd say is that we saw recently the launch of the Bitcoin ETFs by a number of different firms, and Coinbase is actually powering 80% of the custody for those that are out there. But we're seeing a ton of institutional money continue to flow into Bitcoin now that these ETFs are live. So there's a lot of positive tailwinds for Bitcoin, and I think that there's never going to be more than 21 million Bitcoin ever made in the world, and lots of pools of capital still haven't gotten access to it. So that tells me this thing has a long way to run. We also saw...
He's got facts. There's President Trump with Elon. That's pretty cool, guys. Nice to see them shake hands. Missed headlines this week. Thank you, Cointelegraph. Over 300 million were liquidated in the past 60 minutes. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik, low-risk DeFi can be on Ethereum what search was for Google. EU finance ministers have reached an agreement with the ECB on digital euro roadmap. BTC's market cap is higher than most countries' GDP, which is huge. BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes sold 96,000 hype tokens worth $5.1 million that he bought a month ago. He made an $823,000 profit. That is a whale. What else we got here? APAC crypto volume just jumped from 1.4 trillion to 2.36 trillion in 12 months. Asia Pacific, which is huge. Solana is trading around 3.7 times ecosystem total TVL right here, with $146 billion in market cap compared to $40 billion in ecosystem TVL, which is huge growth. It's just wild. Yes, the multi-bot's alive. Good morning, bulls. And of course, we have the Grayscale Trust Note. That's pretty much all the news over the weekend. I didn't do a video yesterday. Things were just chaotic. But guys, don't think of the price in terms of short term. I mean, look it's all in the red at the moment, as you can see. You got to think long term and what's coming in this space. This is what I'm focused on and I have been, and real world utility, right? The top coins have real world utility. Big things are coming in this space, and I'm really excited and of course proud to have Earn Curve up and running and live for all of you. And of course the OctoBots, which are trading for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just let them go. They're going to do the things for you, all right? Any questions, feel free to email me. I'm out of here. Have a good day, good afternoon, and good morning. If it's morning, have an espresso. Peace out, bulls. Bye.